we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff to Chandler. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Do you think that much there?
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Ready? Unlock right! Unlock right! Left! Left!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 4th and 4. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this run.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Back to throw, Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On first down, Willis. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. He's already proven. In the running game on this drive, now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, fading on the launch here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down.
Company's a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Play fake. Here's Willis. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you get ready to play a big-time game, especially when you are going into a dome setting, they're strapped it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go, strike.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Etienne. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's on the guard, Connor Williams. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hot 70.
They go play action with Willis. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Come on.
2nd and 20.
Check contact.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw it up in this direction. They're trying to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, and it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up.
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Next to score, Jaguars 10, Texans nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10 to about the 35, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's a 2nd and 7. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 152 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Play action, Willis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 6. They'll try the left side with ETN. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll run with Etienne. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Check pass.
They'll run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
65. Check. Three. Hey, pass.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Jaguars 17, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And the Jags grab it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jags are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Ready.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. A big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go.
Viking 18. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
70 Rangers, 79 Broncos.
In motion goes the tight end. Play action. Here's Willis. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that goes for a gain of 31.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Warriors 70. Buffalo 18.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Willis looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big time. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Etienne up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the... them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
60 Bobcat.
1st and 10, Willis. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On 1st down, Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
8 yards.
Right back to the air again with Willis. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, his Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Za'Darius Smith able to get him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Head the street! Head the street!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Check contact! Check contact! Ready?
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd down, it's Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
65, big Lion. Go.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
On 2nd and 7, Willis toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 8 yards out. And the Jaguars continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 70 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. mission accomplished.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shot? And they connect on that one.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Here's Chandler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, you know, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, partner, because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay, ready? Gravity line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding his safety valve. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game that we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped it to one. But no reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on fourth.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Lambo on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check mash, check mash.
Willis now off play action. He's going to try and go deep again. And that almost their first INT in the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Back to 50, back to 50. Top 19, top 19.
They go play action with Willis. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here we go, set. 3, 3.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Jaguars, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Consistent, made up my mind that no matter what I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving.